we are back.
Back.
This is the Juice Box with episode 180. Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Preach.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
It's been a fucking minute since I've been here.
Yeah, I honestly was even trying to think of that for just now. I'm trying to think. I honestly don't think have I seen you since you went to the beach?
I don't think.
Which that was the same week that me and Sith went to the beach,
Memorial Day weekend.
Damn, so it's been like a month.
That's what I'm saying. I've had so much going on. Like went straight from the beach to having to like travel the next weekend for a wedding, and then the weekend after that, fucking Taylor Swift and another wedding, and shit's just been crazy. So after this weekend, I'm looking for things to like really mellow out until we hit fucking the next wedding season, because that's going to be insane.
It's a gauntlet.
Like, I think it's worse than last year's wedding season.
I believe it, because I was even thinking, because we our boss gave us Monday, July 3rd off, even though I was taking it off anyways. It was nice of them to give it off to everybody. So I have that long weekend off. Nothing planned yet, which is like a great feeling. And then 2 weeks after that, I go to Florida for a week. Then I come back. I think it's 2 weeks after that, I have John's bachelor party. Then I think there's 2 weeks in between. And then all of a sudden it's scramble, wedding
so
Saturday.
You're really not slowing down.
No, yeah. I'm actually getting ready to crank it up.
You're ramping up.
And honestly, it's not that fun. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun in the moment, but like I agree. Like when you think about having that much stuff to do, that's not fun.
No, because being an adult, it's like all I see are dollar signs. That's all I see.
Yeah.
Because, our wedding season last year, I'm going to have to go buy new clothes, at least one or two iterations and mix and match for all the other ones. But how was your beach? I guess we'll just start back there. How was your beach trip?
Good. We had a good time. The weather wasn't great, but
same.
But we made the most of it. It was nice to have a week off, be with family. We just did what we could.
Yeah. Did you guys have at least, because we had probably 2 or 3 days of decent sun?
Yeah. So when we got there that Friday, it rained Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I think Monday we had some good sun, and then we were able to be on the beach the rest of the week.
That's good.
It rained off and on a couple times, but it was just overcast. You know what I mean? The sun wasn't out. Monday was definitely the sunniest day we had. And it is what it is. It was a little odd. My family doesn't go to the beach that early normally.
Okay.
So normally we're going to the beach like late August. So this is the first time we went that early. So it was different. Ocean water was like real cold.
Yep.
We're used to it being like real warm.
100%. So, you normally go around Labor Day, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was relatively early this year for you.
It was.
Because that's why we asked you initially. We're like in our heads when we're planning all this, we're like, okay, he normally goes at the end of the year.
Right.
Like, let's, ask around. And then, when you told us that, I did kind of think in the back of my head, I was like, I think this is not the normal time that they go.
So I'm hoping to get back to a normal time next year.
Yeah.
I like going later in the summer like that.
Well, I'm hoping that this should, for me and possibly for you, be the last crazy wedding season. We may have weddings, but not like the last 2 years.
I agree, yes. I was thinking the same thing. The weddings should calm down.
Yeah.
Not to say there won't be any, but they should really calm down.
Because I would like to get to a point, and we've all talked about this at, crazy lengths, maybe not on here, but I would like to get to a point where we're able to all just kind of pick a week and just get a massive house and all just go down together.
I agree.
Because it was funny. So I leave work Friday, so that Friday before Memorial Day, I drove like 4 hours, stayed in Winchester, Virginia, cruised in throughout the day. It was gorgeous in the morning, and then the closer I got to the beach, it was nasty. Like just raining on me and everything. So of course I never have luck with the door codes when you get in. Ever. So Sith sends me the code. Actually, I'm gonna backpedal real quick. I don't understand why companies send one code in an email and one code as a text message, and they're two completely different codes.
Ones.
Because Sith sent me the screenshot for the text message, which naturally so, like you would assume that would be the code. It ended up being the email one. And so long story short, I'm sitting there. I'm kind of panicking a little bit because I'm like, well, Sith's at a wedding. He's not coming till tomorrow. This code's not working. So I started like texting and making calls, and I'm just standing outside chilling because it's raining. I'm like, I'm not going to go anywhere else right now. All of a sudden, I see this white Escape pull in with Virginia plates. And in my head, I'm like, okay, this is, somebody in the area. They saw my text. The door opens. My brain, like I'm scattered from not being able to get in, and it's JT. And JT opens the door, and I didn't even realize it was him. I was just like, oh, hey, what's up? And I look, and then I look away, and then I look again, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so that was cool. Like, he surprised me. We ended up getting in the house, and we just got shit-faced Saturday night.
So you didn't know he was coming at all?
I had no clue.
That's awesome.
Literally no clue. We talked about it. He said he might come, but he never said anything a couple weeks leading up. So I had zero clue he was showing up. So we literally just got shit-canned that Saturday night, caught up for weeks since I've seen him.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. Beaches for me, whether it's good weather or bad weather, it's just always such a mental reset, regardless.
Know, and every time I'm there, I'm always like, I wish this would last like another 5 days or something.
Yeah.
I could always go longer. It's, it is what it is.
Yeah, the longest I think we ever did it when we were younger was 10 days. And that was awesome.
I think that's the perfect number. Like when I was in Hawaii last year, we were there for 2 straight weeks. The last like 2 days, even though I didn't want to leave Hawaii at all, but like the last 2 days was kind of like trying to figure out like, well, what should we do? Kind of just like ended up being nothing.
And then you start thinking about leaving, and you're like,
exactly. Then
you
like, start, So I think like a 10-day vacation is like the perfect number.
Yeah, because I think I'm trying to remember. I think we got there on a Wednesday or Thursday, and then we left that next Saturday.
Yeah, see, that's the way to do it.
It was a vibe.
That's the way to do it.
Because that, like you said, that is, I think, the perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
Now, I could stay at the beach all year round, but in terms of vacation time, like that's top tier.
Yeah. I just wish I had more fucking vacation days to use.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed. I kind of have that unlimited vacation, but I think the worst part about the vacation is that we worked while we were down there, and I realized how easy and nice it was to work while I was down there.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, that's what I'm going to try to do. Cause like my truck's paid off in December. Revisit stuff January, February. Ideally, it would be nice to find like a small little cottage or condo or something where I could afford both.
Right.
But we'll see. But that's literally being able to do that. Being able to go outside, see the beach, walk around, like that was heaven for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But okay, yeah. So you had that. We don't need to talk about weddings. How the fuck was Taylor Swift?
Dude, insane. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. I've been to a lot of fucking concerts in my day, and I'm not gonna say it's the best concert I've ever been to, because like I've seen some pretty awesome shows, but pure production wise, it was the most insane thing I've ever seen. First of all, Heinz Field is a massive stadium. That place was sold out.
That's crazy.
Full of screaming women.
And I'm sure it was sold out both nights, which is even crazier.
It was. Full of screaming. The second night set the attendance record.
That's insane.
When you're around that many screaming girl, like it was just nuts. So like she does this countdown thing before she comes out, and like it hit like a minute, then it hit 30 seconds, it hit 10 seconds, and these people are just going fucking ape shit. It was nuts. And it's a 3.5 hour set. Her set.
Sith told me that. That's just as impressive as itself.
Right?
Doing that 2 days in a row, and then she's touring everywhere and doing that. That's
It
unreal.
was really cool. Like if you're familiar with Taylor Swift, obviously she has so many albums. So it's called the Eras Tour. So like she broke up the show by different albums, different eras.
Oh my god.
So like she'd do like 4 songs from this album, and then there'd be like this elaborate like set change that would take maybe like a minute, and then she'd come back out dressed like from the other era.
Dang.
Like it was just wild. Like it was honestly super awesome, and I've just been bumping Taylor Swift like ever since.
Well,
I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone fucking thinks.
No, she's incredible. I mean, I saw the post that she uploaded, and I'm like, how is she like 8 different costumes? But that actually makes sense, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together that eras meant like album eras.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's like very cool.
It was very cool. The only upsetting thing about it is she did not play anything from her first album, which I love that first album.
The country album?
Yeah. So that was a little upsetting, but it's still an amazing show. You got to think, like, I was really sitting there thinking, like, the things that are going on behind the stage. You know what I mean? Like the crew that helps the production go along. It's probably to be a fly on the wall back there. It's probably insane. You know what I mean? Like when she does that costume change in between era sets, it's got to all happen like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you wonder how many people are like pulling strings.
Yeah. And there's like stage props. The stage was so fucking cool, dude. It was a massive stage, and the whole stage was fucking video screens.
Oh, that's tight.
So like the shit that was on the stage, she'd be walking. It was nuts. And one of the craziest things we experienced that night was we were up in the 500 level, which was like very high up.
I'm going to laugh so hard if you tell me what Sith told me. I'll let you go, but
Okay.
I bet it's the same thing.
We'll see. Fucking the stadium shaking. Is that, dude?
Yeah. He said you could feel the stadium shaking, and he said when Shake It Off came on, he thought you guys were going to die.
It was nuts. When Shake It Off came on, the stadium, we were bouncing so hard, Jake. Like, I'm talking like, you know how like when you were a kid and you'd be on a trampoline with people and you'd get caught in somebody's bounce?
Yes.
And you couldn't catch it and you'd get double bounced?
Yes.
That was happening. That was happening to me.
That.
It was bouncing that hard that I couldn't catch a bounce and I'd get double. It was nuts. I kept looking at Sith. I was like, we're going to fucking die.
Could you imagine that story? Taylor Swift breaks a stadium.
Yeah, like stadium collapses. At
Era
Taylor
Tour causes 10 stadiums to fall down.
Dude, it was it was hilarious. First of all, Sith was fucking shit canned.
What, duh, dude?
But like he
Duh,
kept
bro.
he kept saying it to me. He's like, "We're gonna fucking die." But I'm to my left is like this girl that was probably like 14 with her mom.
That's
I turned to her and I don't know why I said this to her, but I said the same thing. I was like, "We're gonna fucking die," and she just like nervously laughs back at me. This fucking young girl, and I was like,
man.
"Oh, probably shouldn't have said that to her."
Well, it was funny because Sith showed up at my house Saturday. I don't know, probably like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I could tell he was still just mangled
Oh, dude,
from the night before.
he was. Yeah, I mean, like I was boozing pretty hard myself, but he started just doing dumb shit. Like,
But yeah, he told me he's just started shotgunning
classic
stuff.
Sith fashion. He starts shotgunning White Claws and High Noons, and I'm like, why? Can't we just drink?
What was the like tailgate situation like where the parking lot's just packed?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Parking lots we had a legit tailgate spot. We bought a gold lot pass, which is literally the lot closest to Heinz Field. Or I'm sorry, Acrisure Stadium.
Wait, is that the lot where we pre-gamed for the Steeler game however many years ago?
No, even closer to the
Okay.
stadium. Close to that,
Gotcha.
but further up.
Okay.
And it was the lot that was right behind where we saw Randy Moss and them doing the.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So we were
Straight
in
cash,
that.
homie.
Yeah. So we were in that lot, and yeah, it was like the people everywhere. It was actually pretty cool. Our row, like our tailgate row, we were like supplying the music for the whole row.
That's cool.
The tailgate music. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's that seems like an experience, and like I was looking up just random tickets that were still for
Oh.
sale and the price of
Just
them.
absurd, dude.
It's crazy.
Absurd. I had such a good time that I was looking at tickets for Saturday night. I was like, we should just go back. I was like, sorry, Tank, fuck your wedding, but I'm going to see T Swift again. Literally, I think the cheapest tickets was like $1,200.
Yeah, I was looking. I'm like, dude, this is. But I mean, I don't know. That's what sucks about scalpers, though.
Yeah, dude. This tour, ticket prices are unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, this is the worst I've ever seen it on her tour. It's just wild. But people are just fucking massive Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah,
she's easily got to be the biggest female act of our generation. She's got to be.
She honestly, as an American, American-born person, she might be the biggest.
She's got to be.
Like, I mean, Bieber's Canada, Drake's Canada. Like, in terms of American-born, like not
even doing it by gender.
No,
yeah, she's got.
Just
I agree.
America.
She probably is, dude.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, Justin Timberlake was big, but I don't think he ever had tours like Taylor Swift.
No. I'm telling you, dude, that tour for that tour to go on sale, and then for her to come back and add double dates to every stop, and then some stops triple. That's insane.
I wonder.
Still sell them all out.
Yeah, I wonder, because there's so many crew members. I wonder how much money you get paid to be a crew member.
I wonder.
But it probably sucks though. But when you're off tour, you probably have off for X amount of weeks.
So like when we came into the North Shore, the left side of the stadium was just lined with semi trucks. Probably 20 plus semi trucks, dude. You know, that's her entire stage setup, all her stuff. That's nuts. Imagine being on that crew and getting to each city. You know how long that probably takes to set up all her shit?
Oh my god, dude.
And then the tear down.
That's why there's probably, I know there's got to be crews for each, but there's probably a crew to where like you have the tear down crew, and then whatever hour of the day you arrive at that place, whether it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., you probably have the put together crew.
Yeah.
And that's probably when they just start grinding.
Dude, they probably. I would like to see one of those time lapse videos of her shit getting set up.
Yes.
Somebody should do that.
Yes.
That would be. I'm sure it's impressive.
Oh yeah. Yes, because it was funny. Then we ended up getting to hang out with Marky. We just got shit faced Saturday night.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. Like me and Sith probably started drinking at like 5 or so. Then Marky showed up, and then Big Mama showed up, Marissa and Chelsea's mom, and she was so funny, dude. And then like Carrie showed up, and I got to see Linda and everybody, and it was great. And then we ended up going to the Alpha and had a couple drinks there. I got to see Chance, and then we ended up at the Hole, and it was just packed. And like it was so fun, man. The Hole's been The Hole has been pretty, because I've probably gone the last couple Saturdays.
Really?
Yeah. And it's been crowded as shit.
I haven't been since last time I was there was with you. I think it was the night you got like belly sick or whatever.
Oh, dude, that sucked, bro. That sucked so bad. But yeah, so I've probably been there 3 or 4 times since then. And it's fun. But
that was Brady's birthday.
That was Brady's. Yes, that was April.
Fuck, that was a while ago.
But that would line up though, because I didn't really start recently going until like the summertime weeks hit. But yeah, no. So that my weekend was pretty sick. Trying to think of what else. I don't think anything else crazy has happened other than our boy Bobby Huggins. Bobby Huggins. Honestly, I haven't really heard your take. So, like, feel free to start. Explain your feelings. Go as deep as far as you want.
I mean, I'm super upset about it. I love Bob Huggins, and I'll love him forever.
Agreed.
He's a fucking legend. I always said, like, I'd, like, jump on a grenade for that dude.
1,000%.
Love to, like, be a player on his team. I'm upset that... I mean, some blame has to get put on him.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And I think you and I would both agree that what he did was fucked up.
It was fucked up.
1,000%.
It was fucked up. He shouldn't have done it. I'm confused as to why, like who let him?
Yeah.
Who let, you hear all these reports he was with people. So, like, who thought he could drive? Why didn't he have a driver? He made the wrong decision. I'm upset. I didn't want him fired.
No.
I guess I get it, but I at the same time, I don't.
Okay, so I'm going to rewind real quick because I didn't realize or hear or know that he was with other people that night, because when he was like arrested, he was by himself.
Yeah, but they said he came from he was like with his brother and people.
Yeah. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Hello. What's up?
I mean, so like wherever he drove from to get to Pittsburgh, like he was with people at that place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if all that's come out yet, but he told I read the police report. He told the cops he was like with his brother at like a basketball tournament or something. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't like Gordon Gee.
No, me neither. I'm so out on Gordon Gee.
On Gordon Gee. The whole situation is just unfortunate because I was really excited for basketball season. I hope we can keep this team together as best we can. If we lose one guy, I don't know. But I'd like for them all to stay because I was very, very excited for the season.
100%.
I wish Huggins was coaching. I don't know. I was on the hype train there. I really wanted John Beilein to come back, but doesn't sound like that worked out.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. Like, I feel like Beilein, other than going interim and then worrying about it next year, we'll throw that factor out there because that's probably what they just should have done, period. Already.
Right, I agree.
So we'll just throw that out there. Beilein, he's an older guy. He coached at WVU. He has NBA experience.
He's Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. He's not coaching now. The fact that the donors didn't
and he was interested.
And he was interested.
It's not like he was like, nah.
The fact that the donors didn't want him confuses me to the
baffling.
All-time. That's probably the one I won't understand because, like we were talking about earlier, you want to create a massive job from West Virginia, sign Beilein for 2 years. You go from Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer. Pray that Hugs could come back. But if he couldn't come back, then whoever else comes there is going to have to be a big name because you are then following 2 Hall of Fame coaches.
It puts you on this pedigree of it's like a coveted position.
Yes.
Like it's a place that you want to go. Like it's a basketball. What's the word I'm looking for?
Destination.
Yeah,
in college.
like
it
seriously,
is.
yeah. We're in the best conference for basketball.
And the conference is only getting better. You add Houston
exactly. And we said this before the episode started. I don't even know why the donors have that much pull.
No, I don't get that. And like somebody's sitting back, they're like, well, yeah, they have pull because they're the one giving all the money. But still, like, I don't think that's like a deep state running the country. This is like the donors running a school.
Here's the thing about the donors. If you said, fuck you to the donors, I'm not going to listen to what you say. We're going to hire who we think's best. As soon as we started winning again, the donors would come crawling back.
They'd probably double up their amount.
Because if they like WVU enough, you don't give a fuck who's coaching if we're winning fucking games.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm confused. I guess with all these new rules, had no idea that they were going to be able to open the transfer portal back up for them.
Me either.
Didn't see that coming. You give the players 30 days. Listen, they've had a whole week to figure out this coaching thing. It's Friday at 5:30 already, and to my knowledge, they haven't figured anything out yet. I can't blame the guys from going back into the portal to test their value,
right?
Because they all have said,
and they could choose to stay still. Just because they entered the portal doesn't mean they're gone.
Yeah, and they all have said that they're still keeping West Virginia wide open. I think it's massive that Perez battle and Jesse Edwards came out and said we're not going to do anything until we see who the coach is. So obviously there is that camaraderie between those guys that they do want to stay and do want to play together. I'm just confused because what coach is going to want to leave a program that they're already at in June when the season starts in November?
Right. It's not a good time to try to pull a coach from a program already. that's why like the Beeline hire made so much sense.
It actually made too much sense.
It made too much sense. I agree.
I mean, dude,
if it, in my opinion, I said if it wasn't Beeline or a fucking shot in the dark home run shot at Missoula, then it should be an interim.
But see,
just
agreed.
promote from within. Like, why are you interviewing Andy Kennedy at UAB? Like all these other fucking places.
What the fuck is he doing?
Exactly. Like
They're
that shit.
taking way
That
too much
shit
time.
shouldn't even have been considered. You shouldn't even have tried to interview anyone that has an existing coaching job. Find somebody that's not working, or promote from within.
And then what
at this point?
What blows?
And like we said, reassess at the end of the year.
I guess Darius Nichols was the first one on the list, but he just got a DUI at Radford. So then they were like, we're not going to hire him.
Can't hire him.
You know? So I don't know, man. I just need them to make a decision, because at this point in time, you know, it seems like we're not even having a team.
I'm saying
next
I'm
year.
getting antsy.
I'm getting way too
and
antsy.
It's causing me some anxiety. Like, make the fucking decision, please.
Yeah. So I'm hoping by Monday we have an answer, or this weekend.
Dude, I was really hoping by tonight. You know what I mean?
I would say, for the interest of the players, I would have liked it to be by the weekend.
1000%.
I feel like that is like the deadline, and obviously it's different than pro sports and stuff. But like, for that sake, you would think they were like, we want to get it done in a week, because over the weekend, that's when I would feel like people would be reaching out and say, we got to fucking do something here.
Well, Neil sent me article screenshots from Ears Sports, and I guess like Chris led like a group of guys into Ren's office and was just like, can you fill us in on like what's going on? And I guess Ren then went to the whole team, kind of told him as much as they could. But then you see Trey entering, you see Kerr entering, and you see Toussaint entering. And
yeah, it seems like everyone entering the portal is doing it just to test the waters in case they don't know what's going to happen, except for Trey Mitchell. It sounds like he got poached.
Well, I mean, we all have heard who was poaching him.
Yeah.
Fucking Coach Cal.
I heard he already has a Kentucky visit scheduled.
I'm sure he does.
Fuck him.
Dude, yeah. And honestly, it's hysterical Oscar didn't get drafted last night.
Yeah, it is.
Three of the biggest big men, he wasn't the only one, but three of the biggest big men in college basketball this year did not get drafted, which that's crazy. That just goes and shows what direction basketball is going in. But
God's plan for him.
But yeah, fuck Coach Cal, dude. Fuck Coach Cal.
I saw he did sign with the Pacers, but he didn't get drafted.
Yeah. So I don't know. I hope we'll see that soon. And then I watched the Neil Brown interview yesterday. How I worded it with my mother is, I love Neil Brown as a person. I think he's a great person. I think in that interview, he was man enough to admit how he was mentally not prepared in terms of way of life, because he was explaining how when he was at Troy and they were winning, his kids were younger and he was kind of able to go all in and be more hands-on. But now his kids are older. They have more busy schedules. And he said, as a head coach, he is going to do a better job at delegating more to things that, you know, he might not be specialized in, but then also being extremely hands-on at the things that he's good at. And the guy, his name was like Mike Ostie or whatever. I got into a Twitter fight with him when Bill Self got hurt in the Big 12 tournament. So like, I don't really like the guy that much, but I give him credit for how the interview was. And I personally think that one of the biggest things that WVU fans, myself included, are forgetting is that Neil Brown's recruiting classes have been incredible, like in terms of 4-star athletes. And Neil was saying like year 5, with now all his guys coming in where those recruits landed, this year's basically like the year where we will now finally see how good of a recruiter he is, because these are finally all his guys playing.
Yeah, but I bet they stink.
I don't know.
They're going to stink.
I just like don't see anything on paper that points to us having a better season.
Yeah,
than
that's
last
fine.
year.
But whenever everyone has pitchforks 6 games in because they're 1-5 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm with you guys. I know he hasn't proved much. Like there's no arguments there, like 1,000%. But I think this year we're gonna see a much more aggressive team and wanting to win team, because the biggest thing that he talked about was he was the one that benched JT Daniels because he's like, JT's not going to be here next year. I need to see what Garrett Green and Nico look like. He said that was his decision, nothing against JT. And that's why they didn't get a quarterback in the transfer portal this year, because he believes that either GG or Nico is the guy.
Oh, I hope it's Green.
I think it's going to be Green.
I hope. Just I know I'm only basing what I saw off of the spring game, and we've seen Green in game time situations more, obviously. So, but I just like you gotta have that dual threat, dude.
You have to.
I mean, you have to. I don't know. I think starting off the season at Penn State is a brutal way to start the season.
We will learn a lot, though.
I mean, like, that's a tough.
Yeah, but that's a
fucking
tough, discouraging if you get beat fucking.
That's what I was gonna say.
12. It's hard to come back from.
It's
Penn State,
exactly.
yeah, but you got shit kicked.
Exactly. It's going to be about how do the players respond to that game, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna win.
I hope.
I mean, it's crazy though. We right now on DraftKings are plus 20. It keeps going up, which is wild. But then again, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
it makes total sense.
You know, like,
dude, Penn State's are they preseason top 5 this year?
If they're not top 5, they're top 10.
Yeah, they're definitely top 10.
Yeah,
they're supposed to be fucking really good next year.
Yeah, I get on FanDuel the money line right now is plus 800 money line, dude. And I tell you what, man, I'm gonna be putting a heavy money line bet on that, because we'll be at the bachelor party, we'll all be drunk, we'll all be gambling. Weed will be legal recreationally in Maryland. You can gamble now in Maryland. The vibes will be high.
Yeah,
I love your high vibes.
7:30 prime time.
I'm super excited to watch it down there.
It's going to be fun, and I think. I guess this is just being extremely hopeful. I wouldn't be so. I'm not. Yes, I want us to win, obviously, and yes, I'm saying we're going to win. I think the game will be much closer. Like, if you're betting, I would take the plus 20 is what I'm trying to say.
Excuse me. Here's the deal, though, about the last 2 years of football. If we can cut out stupid penalties and mistakes, our record looks a lot better.
100%.
That's the shit that we need to cut out. It's not like we weren't competitive, and I mean, yes, there have been some games where we got blown out, but like 2 seasons ago, dude, so many of those games were winnable games, and our record looks completely different.
And Neil
we still made a fucking bowl game that year.
Yeah.
So like a couple more wins.
Neil even admitted that, and I was shocked. He literally was like, our guys didn't really essentially know how to make big plays at the end. He's like, we would make all the mistakes that teams would capitalize on, and we were never able to capitalize on any big things. And again, it could just be growth. It could be because he has to say that stuff now. But I don't know. I think that's kind of bold of a head coach to just be like, I think we could have won a lot of these games, and the guys screwed up.
Yeah, but I think penalties, offsides penalties, fucking that kind of stuff, having to call fucking timeout in the first quarter, that's coaching. It's
100%.
like, dude, you got to figure that out.
100%.
Like, I don't know. I want him to do well. I do
too. It's scary. It's scary to think that, because Pitt's going to be really good again too.
I know, dude. First of all, Narduzzi's a fucking douchebag. But secondly, we should have won that game last year if we had any fucking kind of balls. 2, if we lose 2 years in a row to Pitt, I'll just lose my mind.
Well, here's kind of where I think we're. It just depends if Ren wants to go in another coaching hire, but I think if we get blown out against Penn State, he's gone. I don't think
he's gone that fast.
I do. I don't think
why did they fucking keep him then?
Well, and I agree with that, but that's kind of where I'm at, to where like normally when new ADs come in, they kind of clean house anyways.
Yeah, usually they bring their guys.
Coaches are connected, and the fact that Neil and him had a conversation and Ren had enough confidence in him to at least give him one more year, I think that speaks volumes, because obviously he wasn't hesitant in firing Larry Harrison, who's been around West Virginia and Hugs forever. You know that was him. You know that was his call. I mean, you can't look that up, but like obviously Hugs was never going to fire him.
No.
So I don't know. I guess I'm hopeful in that aspect, to where they probably had a crazy sit down conversation, and the fact that he's given him another year, I personally believe like if it happens, like you guys are saying, like we get blown out 50-0, which of course like could happen, like that 1,000% could happen, I bet he's gone.
See, I think he gets at least all 3 non-conference games.
I hope.
I think he'll be evaluated. I think, if we come out of the non-conference games 1 and 2, or God forbid,
don't even say
0-3, I think he's got to go at that point.
Yeah.
I was saying last year, I said if he loses to well again this year, if people forget, Penn State was a big WVU rival for years and years.
Yeah.
But like last year playing Virginia Tech and Pitt in non-conference, I said if he loses to both of them, the fan base is going to lose their fucking minds.
But my point is, doesn't that look worse on Ren? Because then, like I said, everyone's like, why the fuck did you wasted all that time, and now you fire him, and now it's a restart halfway through the season. It's like you put us in a way worse fucking position.
Yeah, no,
to keep him for money, and then you had all this faith in him, and then you didn't stick to it because you fired him 4 games in or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know after last year who you would have hired though. Who would have wanted to? That could have been a big factor too. Like who are you going to hire that's not on
that's a good point.
Step below, to where then we're actually resetting like 6-7 years, and then in Ren's mind it's like, well, this is my ass.
Here's the thing, like do people really think like Colorado's a bigger college than WVU? I don't.
No, and that's why the Country Roads Trust is huge. They've been balling.
You know what I mean? Like
they talked about that.
Why didn't we fucking go after Sanders?
They talked about that, and Neil said, he said, if the 2019 rules when I came in were like they are now, I probably would have done the exact same thing in terms of transfer portal, bringing people in, whatever. But at that point in time, I think it was his first 2 or 3 years, it was just recruiting, and then you might get that transfer.
Right.
So I think that's something to keep an eye on for the future. That obviously we used all of our money this year for basketball, which that could blow up.
Do we get that money back? Does the trust get that money back if everyone leaves?
That's a good question, and I would assume yes.
Yeah, I would assume yes.
I would assume yes, because if you're going to try to go after more money, then I'm assuming you'd have to give that other money back.
You can't. Yeah, I mean, you can't just like go to the university, get paid, and then just be like, "Oh, I'm out. I'm gonna go get more." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in contracts or whatever. However the fuck it works. I this whole world we're living in now.
I hate that we're talking about it. But
where these kids are getting paid like that to play is like sickening to me. But it is what it is. And if we want to be competitive, we got to do it too.
Got to pay to play.
So it's like
you have to. And I guess one of the coolest things that he kind of signed off on, that a lot of our big guys this year that are good, that have proven that have been good, are West Virginia guys, which is kind of cool that West Virginia guys are leading the team and can kind of really show the culture of like, hey, if we win, we're treated as royalty gods.
Yeah.
Whereas if you lose, then everybody's going to fucking hate you, sort of. So, I don't know.
See, I'm really nervous about our receivers.
Well, I've Rodney Gallagher.
We lost our best receiver
in
the offseason, which sucks. I'm not worried about running back. I'm not really even worried about quarterback, dude. Like we were so effective. People forget this all the time, but we went 10-3 with fucking Skylar Howard. And I think people forget how much he ran the ball that year.
So much.
And he's not a shifty guy. He was a fucking punch you in the mouth runner.
He just
Like,
had balls.
He would run like a running back through the fucking pocket.
Yeah.
And you know, like if he can be successful and we can have a 10-3 season, why can't Garrett Green? Like Garrett Green is a fucking athlete,
He's a
dude.
dog,
Like
dude.
when the ball's in his hands, when he's in open space, he's dangerous. Like dangerous.
Well, and that's my only hope that if because what I guess what if we get to a point where obviously Garrett Green is the guy, we know this, but if he's more effective with the ball in his hand, why wouldn't you try to put him at like a slot receiver?
Yeah. Well, you know, I agree. I was saying that.
Because Nico's a
Well,
talent.
I was saying that before. You know, I thought we were going to have JT Daniels for 2 years.
Yeah.
To be honest. So that's exactly what I was saying before last season. I said we should move Green to slot receiver. Well, now you lost your pocket passing quarterback. I haven't seen enough of Nico to know if he's actually the real deal or not.
The only thing we can give Nico credit for is when Garrett got hurt or they benched him against Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
and
he finished the game.
Nico
Yeah.
was able to finish the game. Now, again, that's a last game of the year. Oklahoma State's ranked. That's a very small sample size. But we did finish 2-1 in our last 3, which, I mean, I know there's 12 games or whatever, and you don't want to just base it off 3. But the fact that those games we know were predominantly led by either Garrett Green or Nico kind of gives me hope.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And, you know, finished with a shitty record, but we beat both Oklahoma schools.
Yeah,
which we've never done.
Fuck them. Yeah, dude. Speaking of that, speaking of the boomers, the big game boomer Twitter, that's massive. They did a 2023 best burger joint in every college town, and ours was Wendy's.
What?
Yeah, in my opinion, fuck that guy. For
I
saying
agree.
that.
I hate
but
this guy.
I thought about it. What would it be?
5 guys in Morgantown, first
Right,
of all.
right. But
So if you're going to go off chains, you could at least picked a better chain than Wendy's.
yeah, and all the rest were like, you know, university run or like specific to the area university. Like Fat Patties was Marshall, which I've been to. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
there's Fat Patties is also a chain.
is it?
Yeah.
But
I've
like,
been there too. It is good.
What would W's be? Because the
It would have been, in my opinion.
B&D's closed, so I don't know.
Tailpipes is closed now
Oh,
too, but
Tailpipes,
Tailpipes
yeah.
was a burger joint and it was
You're
fire.
right. I don't know how I couldn't remember that. Tailpipes was nice.
Yeah, and their milkshakes.
Oh, the milkshakes, dude.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. They used to set you up by account there on your phone number.
Really?
So yeah, so like when you'd call in, they had some kind of thing like your number popped up and it popped your account up immediately. So like
that's sick.
I ordered from there so much that they knew my order. Dude, like I
That's
love
sick.
that fucking place.
Yeah.
So much.
Well, that was going to be my question because I knew you guys were kind of more foodies than me down there. I was trying to think like what local place it would have been, but yeah, Tailpipes doesn't exist anymore.
doesn't
so
exist
you
anymore.
Obviously, can't.
That would have easily been my number one. I remember Morgantown Brewery had a good burger down there on Beechhurst.
Yes.
Sure, Kegler probably does.
Kegler's, yeah.
Fishbowl probably does. All their food's really fucking good.
Yeah,
Fuck
the fucking dickhead probably hasn't gone anywhere other
dude,
than Wendy's.
The Varsity Club has a
Ooh.
bomb.
Yeah,
ass
see,
burger.
there's so many
Yeah.
that you guys
Yeah,
just
so like
named.
you can't make a list like that if you're not going to do your
I have
research.
no clue.
That's bullshit.
Wendy's, bro.
That's like what I was trying to do last winter, and I got sidetracked. But like I was trying to do a top. I've done my list on here before. This was years ago, but
Yeah.
I did my top 10 chicken wing joints in West Virginia.
Yeah.
But I decided last winter I was like, I'm gonna go to as many wing places as I can in the state in person and like document it.
Yeah.
And then remake the list. I only made it like 3 in before
Honestly,
more shit came up.
I think
in
mine
life.
would read Drover's, Fishbowl, Kegler's, Pickles. I think would be my list.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've changed my ways.
I love the Fishbowl too.
I'm still a pickles guy.
Kegler's 1A, Fishbowl's 1B.
Like I like pickles wings a lot.
Yeah.
But after I've been going to Drover's more, Drover's is just
so much better.
it's just like
Well, I don't-
Really?
there
Really?
it's so
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's Pickles has more flavors. That's where like that's the good thing about them. But like the consistency at Drover's, dude, they're always fire.
Yeah.
They're always cooked perfectly.
And that is why Drovers for me overtook Pickles is because just take the sauces out. The
Yeah,
wing
the
itself
wing itself
is always perfect.
Yeah, so I've changed my tune here. I think my top 3 is looking like this nowadays. I think it's going Drovers, then it's going Crockett's. Have you been to Crockett's in Morgantown?
I've drank there, never eaten
Oh
their
my
wings.
god, dude!
I've heard they're really good.
Their wings are
Shame on me.
on par with
Yeah.
Drovers.
And they're
Not kidding.
big too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire. Here's the thing. Here's the cool thing about Crockett's, dude. It's like you've been in the bar, obviously.
Yeah.
Old school towny bar vibe. We used to go there so much. When I started going there in college, you could still smoke cigs in there.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So it's like real dark in there. People just smoking cigs. We go on their wing night. They have one fryer, and it's the fryer they've had like since they've always been open. So it's like this old school vibe. If you order wings there, it takes a little longer to get them, but like it's gonna be so worth it when you get them. Awesome place. So I'm going Drovers, Crockett's, then probably putting Pickles at number 3 now.
Okay.
By the way, double shame on me. The best burger in Morgantown is a place called the Suncrest Pub
Never been.
on Texas Toast. They do burger night on Tuesdays. When I worked down there, I went there like 4 days a week. It is great.
See, there's just
Where's that at? Where's that at? Yeah, I'm not
You know where
familiar.
the wine bar is?
The wine bar.
Or okay, so
This is in Suncrest, I assume?
yeah, so near
Okay.
the stadium you have that Domino's, like past the soccer field and shit on top of the hill, past the hospital. You got Domino's, and there's like a gas station, then Domino's. Like you can walk there from the green lot,
Where are we in relation to Keglers?
right past Kegler's.
Okay.
So there's like Kegler's, and then Domino's is on the corner, and then if you take that left and go up the hill, it's on top of that hill.
Oh, it's on the corner there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right past Bob Huggins' house.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Rest
It's
about.
on the
Peace.
right. On the
That's
top
called
of
the Suncrest Pub. That's what that
or
place
the
is called.
Nickel. They used to
Oh,
be
well,
the
I thought it was
Nickel.
always called like Sundown something.
I'm not
It's
sure.
probably changed its name a few
yeah,
times.
probably.
But yeah, speaking of Morgantown real quick, I just want to put this out there because I don't think I've told any of you guys yet. With looking at the game calendar and the games and the home games, the only one that I'm going to be able to go to is the Cincinnati game. So I'm locked
So
in on that one.
locked in on
Yeah,
Cincy.
that one's November 19th or 18th. So that's the weekend that I'm going down.
Cool.
But yeah, I thought that list was hysterical. I got excited. I opened it up. I was like, oh, I wonder what
Yeah.
they're going to put. And I saw Wendy's, and I was like,
It
fuck.
honestly pisses me off a lot.
I'd probably put Fishbowl at number 4.
Would you?
I don't know. It's tough.
I get barbecue, so it
the
might be
varsity
different.
club. See, I can't go there and not get Cowboy Ranch or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
well, that's good too.
It's just so good. But the varsity club has really fucking good wings too, dude.
Varsity Club's this cool ass place,
Dude,
man.
love that place. That was my.
You lived there.
That was my spot. I
Yeah.
lived there.
Like you had a bed in the back. Like
Literally.
you and Gaff had bunk beds. In the back.
Literally.
I didn't go there nearly enough.
Dude, it was awesome. Anytime Penguins hockey or WVU basketball played, they would run their happy hour special for the whole game.
That's
So like
sick.
I went there and watched like every Pens game, every basketball game.
That's tight.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Morgantown, dude, like it's so much good food down there.
Yeah. I know.
That was a tough thing. I remember moving home to Wheeling. Not Wheeling has good food too.
Yeah.
You got to know where to find it. But like so many more options in Morgantown. And I was really sad to see like a lot of places that were like that I really liked when I was down there closed over COVID.
Well,
Like Tailpipes, Clutch closed, I think.
So when I used to stay down there for work, one place that I always started getting was the I can never remember the name, but there's a Cajun boil place where the old rusted musket.
Oh
building
yeah,
is.
yeah. You've told me.
It's
about
good, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good.
I don't think anything was in there whenever I left.
Yeah, they have like
good.
tacos, and you can get like
Huh.
the shrimp, and like they do it like Cajun style food.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it's greasy and shit, but it's good.
If
Like,
someone wanted to grab the hearts of alumni, they would move and bring that back.
dude.
Oh my god. I think I
musket.
still think
Put it
about
like by the
rusted musket,
stadium
dude.
somewhere.
I mean, I would just make random trips just to go there.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck
me
yeah,
too.
dude.
I mean,
Like this might be blasphemy to some people, but like a rusted musket sandwich is so much better than a Permani sandwich.
by
100%.
far, not even close.
It's not even
I don't even think it's in the
close.
same stratosphere.
It's not. It's not.
Not even.
Permani's
Honestly, dude,
coleslaw stinks.
Can we?
Sorry,
Can
it
I'm
stinks.
gonna get real about Permani's, dude. Their biggest fucking, and I'm sure they made a shit ton of money, whatever. But like their biggest mistake was franchising out like that and putting them everywhere.
Could not agree
Because you
more.
go there and you get the sandwiches, they suck. They're not. If you go to that OG Permanis in the Strip District in Pittsburgh, they're fire.
I
They're-
really want to go.
They're so much better than the ones that we'd get up at the Highlands.
Yeah, I mean, there are a bunch of them, man. There's one here. There's one in Clarksburg now. I think there's a Morgan.
They're building
Yeah.
one in Weirton as we speak.
Are they really?
As we speak. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know when ours first opened, the sandwiches were good, but like over the years, I get them and I'm like, they're definitely not as good
It's
as they
nothing
used to be.
special.
No.
Yeah, it's just like
No.
disappointing.
But I got a couple things here. What's back not back for the week?
Back is the tan. Summer Harry's
Yeah.
back. Just got back.
You
from the
are
beach.
tan, baby. You look good. How was that? How was your trip? What kind of sidebar?
It was really good. It was a quick one. Well, it felt quicker anyway, but it was really fun. Got done that Thursday, and me and Joey tried to hit every bar on the boardwalk, which was very fun. Had a
Yeah.
great time.
So you just all in on the beach life now?
Yeah, I'm all in.
It's
I
the
I was
best.
there for what? I was there for 10 minutes. I texted you. I said I'm moving to the beach.
No, literally. I feel like you were there for fucking literally 10
I think it's my
minutes.
place. Yeah, it was great. Like all those boardwalk bars are all like dive bars. And
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
When it's swim trunks, caught up,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like you have to dress to impress. Like that's the vibes. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I did the bars kind of late that night. Had a biker gang run in. That could have been really bad, but it was fine. Ended up fine.
Oh, I mean, you gotta. What happened?
So we were at this like music bar type thing. People were singing and shit, which gets me to my hate list, but we'll get there. And this dude, I assume he was fucking a bartender. Had to be.
Okay.
Because he was being a goof. He was like kicking walls. He was going behind the bar, and they were not throwing him out. So that's a telltale sign that guy is fucking somebody.
Or he's the owner.
Yeah. But it was a young Jew, said, big guy, didn't want to get hit in the face by him, but like the bouncer was like kind of touched him, was like, you need to settle down or anything. So his friend with him, there was only two of them, had a biker vest on.
Okay.
So it's like, that's a sign. I don't want to say shit to the guy because I don't want to get stabbed. And bikers are very bad at Myrtle Beach, if you don't know. So he's like going on this tangent or whatever, yelling at the bartenders and shit. And someone in our group snickered apparently, and that really angered him. And he was like, "Why are you snickering at me? You're laughing at me." So he started screaming, and it was a big ordeal. But so we were like getting separated from these two dudes, and I was trying not to get stabbed, but I was very drunk, so I was also screaming at the guy in his face. But it was fine. It ended up fine.
It's good. You're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Story to tell.
Yeah. But what a loser that guy was.
Yeah, sounds like a fucking loser.
What a fucking.
If you're
loser.
kicking the wall in a bar, you're a loser.
Yeah, I 100%.
But yeah, I did the golf thing one day, did one day devoted to the beach. So hung out at the beach all day. Got some good food. Went to a really nice restaurant the last night. We were down there. Tried oysters for the first time.
What was it called? The restaurant?
I don't know. Something fish market. It was in North Myrtle.
Dude, that's actually wild. I tried oysters for the first
Really?
time when I went to the beach Memorial Day week, and I was shocked at how much I liked them.
I know. Me too. I liked him.
I just don't think I could do it. Like the consistency.
Didn't
Well,
think
it-
I
it
could
was-
either.
It shocked me because like you take it, you dab a little hot sauce on it, and then you like shoot it like a shot. And I was like, yeah, this is weird tech, but the taste, I was like, this is surprisingly good. I just
Yeah.
wasn't expecting. I was not expecting to like them. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Now, would I go and order that every night as my dinner? No.
Right.
But like if I had them 4 times
Every
a year,
now. Yeah.
it's great.
So were you? Were you staying in the heart of Myrtle, like center
No.
of Myrtle Beach? You
No,
were north
the,
the whole
uh,
time.
The first night we did Myrtle, and then we were staying like in North Myrtle.
North Myrtle, so
In like a
Cherry
golf
Grove.
course. Yeah, basically near there. It was really nice. We played the golf went better than I expected. I'm gonna try to pick it up.
Dude, you know, like Myrtle Beach, like the biggest golf hub in the
Really?
in the world, has the most
Huh.
golf courses in a
We stayed like in the middle of them,
in a radius.
on a golf course. Yeah,
They're
Literally.
doing a bunch of YouTube commercials about them now too. All
Really?
the time it pops up. It's like, come golf at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, dude, it's like a massive golf destination.
Damn, so you're a golfer now.
I'm a golfer now.
Yeah.
Well, It was $140 for a round. So,
Dude, I was gonna say
but it was nice as fuck.
anytime I've golfed down there in that area, it's expensive, but the courses are really nice.
Yeah, it was like I parred a hole, parred
There you
my
go.
first par 3. So
Hell yeah.
I'm in.
Fuck yeah, fucking right.
We'll see. Next
Yeah,
time we'll be
we'll
breaking
see.
clubs, but it was fun.
The first time you par a par 4,
Yeah.
oh that'll
I'll
that,
come to
that
you
feel-
then.
that
I didn't even
feels
drive.
good.
I didn't drive one time. So.
I think I've done that once in my golf career. I'm a horrible golfer. I somehow have gotten worse as the years go on. I just get worse at it.
Have you been sore, by the way? I was so sore today.
From golfing?
No, from hockey.
Oh.
Hard fought
Oh
hockey
yeah.
win the other night.
Oh yes.
Are you guys still dominating?
First place, baby.
Damn, let's go, dude.
It's official. We're ending the season in first place.
Hell
so
yeah.
Playoffs are starting soon.
Let's go. That's awesome.
Yeah. Last what night was that? Was that Wednesday night? That game,
No.
I had so much fun
Yeah,
during
me too.
that
It
game.
was a
I
fun
just
game.
felt like I was just out there, just fucking
Back on the old
on
rinks.
cloud 9 skating.
You were
around.
on the stacked line, though.
I was.
Assholes.
I was on the stacked line.
Who was the stacked line?
Him, Clay, and Parker. Him, my brother, and Parker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fun though. That's
I
fun.
think did you score all the goals too? Pretty sure.
Parker had a hat trick. I had one, or I got credited with 2 goals, even though I only had one. I assisted the other one. I don't know why it gave me the goal.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Did Clay have any goals? Or was he just
Probably.
facilitating?
Probably had a couple. I think he had one at least.
Well, dude, congrats. First place.
Thank you.
That's something to
Yeah.
brag about.
Thank
So
you.
it's championship or bust.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's go.
I need it.
I need it. For
Need
you
it.
guys, I need it.
Since I started.
Is there a cup? Because I want to drink out of a cup.
I don't
so
know if
bad.
there's a cup.
Ah.
But if there is, we're drinking out of
Yeah.
it. So
Dude, honestly, if there's not, and
We're
you,
taking it to Tequila Cowboy. And
Yeah.
then places after that.
yeah.
well, dude, I was gonna
I'm
say,
down.
like,
So
if
down.
there's not a cup, and you know, like, you're playing in the championship game, and there's not, you just have to buy a
Yeah,
cup.
for
Make
sure.
one.
I could not agree more.
You have to buy one. Obviously, you'll win it, and then kind of up to you if you guys want to keep passing it down. But you have to have a cup if
Yeah.
you win
Yeah.
something.
I'll be so. I said like, as long as I win that league one time in my career, there I'll be happy.
So when do the playoffs start, and when would the championship be?
We don't have playoff dates yet, but they'll probably start next week.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. We
No-
haven't made the playoffs since I started.
Yeah.
So
We've only made the playoffs once since I've been on the team,
wow.
and yeah, none at all since Bubba's joined the team. But I like our team, man. I like our chances. It's hilarious because we've been like a bottom feeder for so many sessions now, and now we're good. And every team we play is just like losing their minds. They're just freaking out.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's awesome though. That's tight. But yeah, sorry. You can get a
Oh, no problem. Not back. I have as the Pirates. They may never score another run again.
Oh my god.
A pair of my Ray-Ban sunglasses. I was in the. I've never lost a pair of sunglasses in my life. I was in the ocean for probably 3 minutes and 22 seconds, and I lost my Ray-Bans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never
So-
take them in the ocean.
Very dumb.
Just don't.
Very dumb on my part. What else? And billionaires. Billionaires have never been less back. Sorry, than they are right now.
Yeah, dude, I know, man.
Yeah.
This whole story's so stupid. It's like at what point this is the one story where I'm like, you have too much money.
Yeah.
You have too much money and you have too much time on your hands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sad. Very sad story. That and also Zuckerberg's about to fight Musk in a cage match apparently. So what are the billionaires doing?
I am so excited for this because both
Are you paying $100 to watch it? Because I think I would.
if it actually happens, no brainer. I just think it's crazy that both of them are so serious.
Yeah.
We live in the weirdest time.
We
the
do.
weirdest
It's
time.
bad. It's bad time, but funny time.
Dude,
as well.
can you imagine the owner of Twitter fighting the owner of Facebook in a cage match? That would be insane, dude. Insane.
I hope it happens.
I hope it happens.
Who
too.
you got?
Unfortunately, I think Zuck wins because
I think
he
so,
has
too.
been training jiu-jitsu like crazy. He's been doing
Ah,
competitions.
Did not know that.
Didn't know that. I
Yes.
was
So
gonna
if you're
say,
betting,
Musk looks bigger. but-
Musk is a unit. I didn't realize how tall he was until like I see like pictures of him next to people. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
Really?
See, I don't like Elon Musk like
Me
at
either. He's a
all.
weirdo.
I also don't like Zuckerberg, but I would, if I had to choose, I would choose Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't wait. I hope it actually happens. All right. What do we love? What do we hate?
I love the Wheeling Coffee Shop. Been going there once, maybe twice if I throw in a weekend trip. So I like that place.
Are you starting to feel at home now?
A little bit. I love the small town vibes in there. Kind of looks like the 90s, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just one of those places.
Is that the one over by Greca's?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I've been walking there, which is nice.
Nice.
Get to do something in the morning. What do I hate? Well, WVU Sports, we touched on that. I hate that my happiness is contingent on sports or sports teams not being large-scale failures as organizations. Also,
That's funny.
touched on that. And then also, I'm not a big karaoke fan, but what I hate more is people that go to karaoke bars. They weren't even doing fucking karaoke. They were playing music and they had a microphone. And they hand this microphone to some guys. And they're singing Screamo. Like 3 fucking songs worth of Screamo. You're a scumbag. If you're at a bar where people try to have a good time and you are singing Screamo, you're a scumbag. There was like one girl that was into it, probably with both of them. Scumbags that you all are.
Time and a place.
Yeah.
I agree.
Be aware, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, honestly, something I hate this week is when companies send out emails when you buy something that says the order is on its way, but it's really not on its way.
Yeah,
It's just that the post office got the label for it.
Right.
Good point.
I don't
I think
like
that's
that.
fucked up.
Yeah, I hate that.
I
too.
hate that, and I think companies do that now just to try to compete with Amazon for people to think that they're going to get it quicker
real
than they really
fast.
are.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that is the all-time biggest hate. And then something that I love this week that I actually learned today
here
from
we go.
JT is that went and saw Across the Spider-Verse, incredible movie. JT went and saw it, thought it was an incredible movie. The director just came out and said today that there are multiple versions of the movie that are out in different movie theaters as like
Wow.
a multiversal vibe. And he's quoted saying, I was wondering how long it would take people to realize this. So I bet it's not massive plot points, but I'm sure different things happen. What a way to get people to want to go see the movie in another movie
What an
theater.
idea. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
genius.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and what a way to get people to want to buy it, to be like, you know, I'd probably just buy it anyways because I still like buying movies and having a digital collection. But I'm definitely going to buy it now to watch it and be like, what? Is there anything that's different in the version that I watched? So I don't know. I thought that was cool. It's like a different idea. It's something that you've never seen or you never heard of. And I think that's sick. And the other thing that I love this week is that Bryce Hall is fighting in bare knuckle boxing against a 2-0 guy. That's
stupid.
really good. And I absolutely love the fact that we're probably going to get to see Bryce Hall get his just face beat in.
Yeah.
I'll give it
again. What are the rich people doing?
I know. I'll give him.
You're rich to not do shit like that.
I'll give him balls for doing it, but I think it's a crazy move.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you guys see? Did you see the trailer for that movie coming out? That's going to be about the GameStop stock situation.
No.
No.
Oh, dude, it looks fucking good. It's Pete Davidson, Paul Dano, Seth Rogen. I just saw the trailers come out for it yesterday.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like a movie theater release movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so.
Dang, dude, that'll be tight.
I forget what it's called. It's called something money.
Dang, that'll be sick. Yeah, no, I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but they just came out with a movie called Blackberry, and it's it's Jay Baruchel or whatever is the main guy, and it's a movie about how BlackBerry rose to its fame and then crumbled once the iPhone came out, and like. Obviously, they do this on purpose, but like the wildest quote that one of the guys says, he's like, you guys are going to be remembered for being the phone before the iPhone. And it's just like such a cool story. Probably going to be kind of vibes like that movie.
Yeah,
It gave me a Social Network vibe.
I'm all about those kind of movies these days that like tell the story of something like that. Like that's really cool. I'll definitely watch that. The other one I've been wanting to watch is I think it's on Apple TV. It's the story about how the game Tetris became a thing.
I've heard the story behind it.
It's
nuts.
Taron Egerton.
I heard
is
it's
the main
very
character,
good.
and he's a good actor.
Yeah.
So that's
Definitely
on my
watch it
fucking
too.
list.
Yeah, dude, I just can't stop watching Platonic on Apple Plus.
What is I don't
Dude, it's your girl. It's Rose Byrne and Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude.
That just started, right?
Yeah, I think we're on episode like 7 or so. And
They have good chemistry.
dude, it's just such a funny fucking show. Like
Yeah.
anybody that has a best friend or has had a best friend of the opposite sex, and you just watch how they interact with like other friends and significant others, and like it makes me belly laugh.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna have
great.
to watch that. I remember seeing the previews and being like, I need to check that out.
Yeah, very good. Righteous Gemstones is back. God, that show's so fucking hysterical. Been kind of catching up on that. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else. You guys do? It's good to have us all back.
Definitely.
Yeah. Seriously, it's been too long for me.
Next week, do you guys have any July 4th plans?
No. I don't even know
guess-
if I'm off.
No.
Are we off on July 4th? I don't even know.
I'm
Yeah.
off. Yeah, I get July 4th off, but I don't get the day before it off, which is a Monday.
Yeah.
So it's weird. You got to like go to work on a Monday, have Tuesday off. come
Yeah.
back.
Do you have plans? I don't have a single.
I don't have a single plan.
Single plan.
Nothing.
And so okay, cool. Yeah, we'll be back next week then, which would be great. But yeah, maybe we'll have to, do something. that
Shoot some
weekend.
fireworks off or something.
Yeah.
You
Play
know?
some beer pong. Maybe
I
get a
get it.
pool out back if it's nice. Do something crazy.
Let's do it.
But yeah, other than that, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Juice Fisherman. Make sure to subscribe to the Juicebox podcast on YouTube. And as always, we greatly appreciate you all and thank you.
Yes. Great throwback to the 4th of July. Glad I don't work in a fireworks store anymore. That shit sucked. You can follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slaughter. Follow me on Instagram at the Harry Slaughter.
Yes, and I am social media list still, but my name is Czar. That's ZAR. Bye.